What's really going on with Jennifer Aniston after her divorce from Brad Pitt? Jennifer Aniston is one of the highest paid and highest grossing actresses in history. But when it comes to her personal life, things aren't so easy. Why her mother held a gun to her head when she was 11 years old? And what truly drove Brad Pitt away from her and toward Angelina Jolie? In this video, we'll explore her crazy sex life by finding out her exploits with the men in her life, and the real reason she split from Brad Pitt. Get comfortable, and let's get started. Jennifer Aniston was born on February 11, 1969, into a family of actors, with her father John Aniston and her mother Nancy Dow, in the Sherman Oaks neighborhood of Los Angeles. She has Greek ancestry on her father's side and English, Irish, and Scottish ancestry on her mother's side. In fact, her maternal lineage can be traced directly to the House of Stuart, founded by King James I of England in the 1600s. This means Jennifer literally has royal blood running through her veins. When Jennifer was young, her parents moved to New York City. Although both were television actors, they tried to keep Jennifer as far away from the industry as possible. In fact, they banned her from watching TV altogether. Unfortunately for them, this strategy backfired. It only made Jennifer more interested in becoming an actress. She found many ways to get around this unreasonable ban. Jennifer's father then tried a more empathetic approach. He told her that the film industry would break her little heart into pieces. He genuinely wanted her to become a lawyer. As for Jennifer's mother, she didn't understand her daughter, and this manifested in a really bad way. When Jennifer finally got into acting, she was determined to rebel and become an actress. She wanted to prove to them that she could actually succeed in the industry and become a major star. This ambition caused her mother to distance herself from her. Was it worth it, or would she regret it later? When Jennifer was 6 years old, she began attending the prestigious Waldorf school. By the time she was 9, her parents had divorced, leaving a void she could never fill. At age 11, she became determined to pursue acting and enrolled at the Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts in Manhattan. There, she joined the school's drama club, which gave her the opportunity to train under renowned acting coach Anthony Abison. However, school was not always smooth sailing. She had undiagnosed dyslexia and had no idea why she was struggling to keep up with the other kids. To cope with the pain of being left behind, she made herself the class clown. Whenever people laughed at her, she laughed with them instead of standing up for herself. Another interesting fact from her school days, Jennifer was actually a goth kid. Most people assume she was a cheerleading prom queen type, but nothing could be further from the truth in her own words. She deliberately tried to make herself rebellious and unattractive as a way to deal with the tragedy of high school. It's almost ironic that she later became a fashion icon. Jennifer's life became even tougher as no one supported the career she had chosen. She worked many odd jobs to support herself. Some of these jobs are well known, including waiting tables and telemarketing. But did you know she also worked as a bike messenger in New York City? At a press conference for the 2011 movie Horrible Bosses, she explained that it was the hardest job she ever had. New York taxis would fly past her, putting her life at risk daily until she finally crashed into a convertible. She only lasted 2 days before being fired. Experiences like these helped Jennifer become a very authentic actress, especially when you realize that some wealthy actresses are completely unconvincing when playing working-class roles. In Jennifer's case, whenever she showed up as a waitress, a secretary, or a food vendor, she seemed to belong there. This is why audiences found it easy and natural to connect with her acting. Jennifer began her career off-Broadway. She appeared in plays like For Dear Life and Dancing on Checkers' Grave. Everything was fine, but her heart longed for success on screen. Unfortunately for her, Hollywood was rather cold toward her. Jennifer had a few small roles on television until she landed her film debut in the horror comedy Leprechaun. Although the film was a commercial success, it was panned by critics to the point where Jennifer thought her career was over. She also appeared in 2 more comedies afterward, but both of them failed. At this point, Jennifer was in a crisis. She wondered if her parents had been right about the industry. After all, should she face the pain of failure or just give up and pursue one of the many other promising careers? But fate had other plans when Jennifer crossed paths with NBC executive Warren Littlefield at a gas station in Los Angeles. Seeking comfort, she poured her heart out to him. Warren empathized with her struggle and encouraged her to hang in there. A few months later, when NBC began developing a new ensemble sitcom, Jennifer was one of the first people he called. One of the lesser-known facts about the creation of Friends is that Jennifer was originally supposed to play Monica, while Courtney Cox was intended to play Rachel. Neither of them knew that each secretly wanted the other role. Both actresses were wondering how to bring up this awkward change to the producers. But when they finally discovered they had been thinking the same thing, the show got off to a great start, because it turned out that switching the characters between the 2 actresses was a brilliant idea. Can you really imagine how the show would have turned out if Jennifer had played Monica and Courtney had played Rachel? The idea seems absurd now, since both actresses became so tied to their characters that people still call them by the show's names to this day. When Friends premiered in 1994, the show was an almost immediate hit. All 6 members of the main cast became household names overnight. For Jennifer, she had finally achieved the success her parents once said she would never reach. But fame also came with difficulties. One of the major issues Jennifer faced as she became famous was her conflict with her mother. The 2 had been estranged for years during her childhood. Nancy had been so abusive to Jennifer that she once even pointed a gun at her head when she was just 11 years old. Jennifer wanted nothing to do with her mother anymore. Later, after she became a star, Jennifer wanted to live a peaceful life, but her mother lashed out, spreading twisted rumors about her to the tabloids. This made Jennifer hate her even more. Of course, greedy media outlets exaggerated the conflict. However, another major issue Jennifer had to face as an adult was her breakup with Hollywood heartthrob Brad Pitt. The 2 were married in 2000 and divorced in 2005. For years, they were hailed as Hollywood's golden couple, so when they suddenly split, it left many people confused. Everyone started asking questions. What really happened behind the scenes? The truth is, Brad Pitt had begun dating Angelina Jolie shortly after the breakup. Their romance sparked after Brad and Angelina played husband and wife in the steamy spy thriller Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Did Brad cheat on Jennifer with Angelina while he was still married? That question started a media-fueled civil war, with fans split into Team Jennifer and Team Angelina. To cope with the media frenzy, Jennifer turned to therapy, a tool she had relied on since childhood to help keep herself grounded. Tragically, her beloved therapist passed away right around the time Brad left her. In a moment of deep emotional need, Jennifer reached out to her estranged mother Nancy, and the 2 reconciled. Many tried to stir the pot by bad-mouthing Brangelina in front of Jennifer, but she didn't entertain any of it. In fact, she has always insisted that there was no wrongdoing in her relationship with Brad. It just didn't work out. She has also looked back on their time together and called it a beautiful, deep relationship. Whether that's her protecting her dignity or being honest, that's up for people to decide. But the real issue is how many people have tried to define Jennifer Aniston in ridiculous ways just to discredit her. They constantly bring up her dumb blonde image, her ugly fallout with her mother, her ridiculous first film, and her highly publicized divorce. But if you look at her track record, it's clear she's much more than that. In fact, She became one of the highest-paid actresses in television history during her time on Friends, earning $1 million per episode. She also won the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a comedy series after Friends, and she arguably has the most successful post-Friends career out of the entire cast. In fact, her worldwide box office gross is over $1.6 billion. Jennifer has also become a major cultural icon outside of film and television. She's starred in numerous music videos, inspired several iconic fashion trends, and has been involved in a wide range of charitable causes. If there's one thing she hasn't achieved yet, it's motherhood. Despite long-term relationships with Brad Pitt and Justin Theroux, she hasn't had any children. Still, Jennifer has maintained that she would love to become a mother, even in her 50s. Her loyal fans are still holding out hope that she'll reach that milestone. Do you think it will happen for Jennifer before she gets older? Well, that remains to be seen. But when Matthew Perry passed away in October 2023, Jennifer was especially devastated. While their characters on Friends weren't especially close, off-screen Jennifer had a deep affection for Matt. She supported him through his battles with addiction and weight issues. She even offered to be his personal trainer. After his passing, Jennifer found it especially hard to cope. But knowing how strong she is, we're confident she'll find a way to carry on, while still honoring the pain of losing such a dear friend. In the end, Jennifer Aniston will always be an icon. No matter what anyone thinks about her, they can't deny that simple truth. She's given so much to the industry, and it's clear she still has so much more to give. If you enjoyed this video, chances are you'll love the one currently playing on your screen. Click to watch, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.